You know, on the night, it's not about the next round, it's about tonight, it's about 100% concentration. If they can keep it 0-0 till half time, you know, they could be rattled a little bit, but remember, they're still in the lead. You know, and they do score goals. So it's all ahead of us. We've seen that in the first 15 minutes how the game settles down, which is a very vital part of the game, the first 15 minutes in this game.
Pat, the good news for Pat Fenlon was, of course, that Wes Hoolan is available to play. We're getting pictures from the ground now. The team's coming out onto Tolka Park, which is in a superb condition, as you can see, and the ground looks full to capacity. That's in the region of 10,000 fans. The crowd will have a big part to play tonight. Absolutely.
I mean, you know, if Shelbourne get off to a positive start, the Croatian team won't be used to a tight ground, a smaller pitch, and the crowd can be intimidating. And I think that, you know, you've got the one night when everyone in Irish football are actually pulling for you, and I think that a lot depends on Pat's tactical selection. He played 4-1-4-1 away from home. Will he do the same now with Jason Byrne wide on the right? Because these three, the Croatian defenders, they'll play quite narrow, and they have got the quality to hurt them. But when we played Rijeka, they had a guy out called Raki, and he scored 2 goals against us. He's playing tonight for Split. Decent player.
OK, a big night ahead for Shelbourne. It's time now to go live to Tolka Park and join our big match commentator this evening, George Hamilton.
Thank you, Peter. Welcome to Tolka Park. Yes, here we are on the banks of the Tolka River in Dublin 3, all set for the biggest night for quite a while for Shelbourne Football Club, because what awaits them after this match, if they should proceed, is a third-round qualifying tie against Deportivo La Coruña, who were beaten semi-finalists in the Champions League last season. And even if they were to lose that, they're guaranteed another tie in Europe, because the UEFA Cup awaits the losers in the third qualifying round of the UEFA Champions League. Believe, says the banner, and certainly Shelbourne believe that after 11 years they can get back to winning ways at home, and a victory for them here tonight by 1-0 would be sufficient to see them through on the away goals, thanks to that late second goal that Alan Moore scored in Split last week. And of course, Alan Moore scored in both the away matches. Shelbourne getting through on the away goals against KR of Reykjavik in the first qualifying round to put themselves further into contention for progress in the UEFA Champions League. Of course, what also is affected here by the performance of Shelbourne tonight is the UEFA coefficient, as it's known, for Aircom League clubs, and success for Shelbourne would raise all boats a little bit in terms of where they're seated in the great European scheme of things. Shelbourne in their red tonight, and Hajduk Split in white and blue. Shelbourne are unchanged for this match. The manager, Pat Fenlon, has been impressed by their performance away last week. So that's the lineup. It'll be Stevie Williams at goal, Owen Healy captaining the side from right back, Jamie Harris and Dave Rogers the centre defence, the former Dundalk Cup winner David Crowley at left back, Wes Hoolan past fit to play on the right, Ollie Cahill will be as usual on the left, with Stuart Byrne and Alan Moore. Byrne will be suspended for the next match should they get through, if he gets a yellow card. Alan Moore, such an important influence since arriving from England. And Glenn Fitzpatrick and Jason Byrne, the top scorers in the Aircom League. Well, Fitzpatrick is third on the list. Jason Byrne is top of the Aircom scorers chart. So they have the firepower. Can they find a way through Hajduk Split? Now this is their lineup. Ivan Katalinic, the manager, has made 3 changes from the team that won 3-2. Significantly, one of those is in goal, where Kale replaces Balic, and the other 2 are in defence. Clearly, he thought that when they had got from 1-0 down to 3-1 up, they shouldn't have surrendered another goal. So Zilic comes in at centre-back for Kacic, and on the left side of the defence, Suad Filekovic plays for Turkovic. So those are the 3 changes, all in defence. One of that squad, Neretnjak, was in the Croatian squad for Euro 2004, the only player from the Croatian league to feature in that squad, but he didn't get a game. The familiar music. Zadok the Priest, George Friedrich Händel, transcribed for the Champions League theme tune. And off it goes again, ringing around Tolka Park, and how they'd love to hear it one more time for the visit of Deportivo La Coruña, who await tonight's winners, with the away leg next week coming first, and then 2 weeks after that the return, if they've made it, will be here in Dublin. Referee is Stanislav Sukina, who'll be 36 next week. He's a PE teacher from Moscow, one of the new wave of UEFA match officials. Shelbourne in red then. All set to go, and we're off at Talca Park. And a great roar from the crowd, and it's a good crowd here tonight. Fran Rooney of the FAI appealing to fans of local soccer to get out and support Shelbourne, because it will help the Aircom League the further that Shelbourne go. But already Sarovic causing problems for Shelbourne. They don't want to give the ball away, but the whistle has gone. It'll be a free kick to Shelbourne. And taken by Jamie Harris. That's Heary. The whistle this time sides in favour of Hajduk split, and their captain Pralia too swiftly on with the proceedings. The free kick has to be taken again. Balmy night on the north side of Dublin. Bukabina. Cilic. The famous old club Hajduk split, but the way things have gone now, the top players go abroad and don't tend to feature in the Croatian League. Ali Cahill did well to keep it in play. Cahill, that's a foul, given against Cilic for the challenge of Glenn Fitzpatrick, who scored the opening goal in Split last week. Shelbourne found themselves in the lead. Free kick will be taken by David Crawley. Adequately dealt with. It's Heary though for Shelbourne. Flag's gone up against Fitzpatrick. Free kick, and a hefty challenge by Jamie Harris has left the Hajduk defender on the deck. Retviak, the one man who was in the Croatian squad at Euro 2004. Whistle had gone for the offside. Harris was kind of hold back. Retviak none the worse. Stevie Williams scampering to gather it in and release Crawley. The angle of the pass not advantageous to Glenn Fitzpatrick. Throw into Hajduk, and Harris has obviously damaged himself in that challenge. The Croatian went to the deck, but the cut has been sustained by Jamie Harris. So Shelbourne continue with 10 men for the moment. Fitzpatrick is crowded out. Cahill. Retviak. Fitzpatrick coming to close him down. Sarovic. Ball given away, and a nicely weighted pass by Cahill. There goes Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick goes down. There's no foul there. No, the tackle was a good one. Fitzpatrick just didn't have the pace to take him through there. And it was good defending by Retviak. But an intelligent ball by Ollie Cahill to send him on his way. And an opportunity for Shelbourne. Stevie Williams, the long-term occupant of the position between the posts for Shelbourne. Owen Heary. Fitzpatrick beaten to it by Retviak. Now here's Houlihan taking advantage of another sloppy ball from the split defence. Tidied up by Vejic. There's Harris back on the pitch. Patched up after the injury he sustained. It's Crawley now. All the way back to Williams. Hajduk split have begun their season none too impressively. Just 2 matches played. started on Friday night, the 23rd of July, and they went down. They had a home draw, and then they went down the following weekend to Zagreb, 4-2, also at home. And in between, of course, they had the 3-2 victory over Shelbourne. So they're a little more ring rusty than Shelbourne would be. Now, halfway through the Aircom League season, and comfortably ahead at the top of the table, although having played a match more. 11 points to spare over Drogheda United. Cork City not featuring at this stage in the table with all those matches in hand that they have after their European adventure in the Intertoto Cup. Houlihan for Heary. Jason Byrne hugs the touchline ahead of him. Heary swings one in there, looking for Fitzpatrick. Cut out there instead by Rukavina. Stuart Byrne goes through. Challenges from Neretniak. And a throw to Shelbourne as a result. Heary. Swung towards Cahill. Goalkeeper Kale is out to gather it in. As it stands, of course, Hajduk Split have the aggregate lead, 3-2. But 2 away goals to Shelbourne mean that a 1-0 victory or a 2-1 victory would be sufficient to see them through. But a draw is no good. Fitzpatrick. Neretviak commits the foul. And the Russian referee wants to make it plain that he won't stand for any of that from the Croatian international. And Glenn Fitzpatrick is still on the ground and requires assistance. That was the challenge here. Right through him, eyes for the man and not for the ball. And Fitzpatrick took a painful tumble. And they're not without support, Hajduk. Now this was the earlier opportunity. Superbly weighted ball for Glenn Fitzpatrick. He just didn't appear to have the pace. And Retviak made a superb challenge to deny the Shelbourne number 9, whose foul has led to this free kick. Forward by Kendall Rogers. And Hajduk get it away, but only as far as Crawley, who sends it back. Stuart Byrne and now Cahill. Always a buzz of excitement and anticipation when Ollie Cahill gets the ball. Houlihan. Cahill unable to return the compliment. And in the corner is Zilic. Tackle there by Crawley, but he's lost out this time to Shuto. Sarovic. Now it's Paliari, captain of Hajduk Split. Sarovic. Yearly brings it away from him. Fitzpatrick. Houlihan. Fitzpatrick and Houlihan. One back by Blatniak. Harris in the way. It's Heary. And out of play it goes. The throw in to Hajduk Split. Pat Fenlon, Shelbourne's manager. Sarovic. Now it's Rachi. Zilic. Cleared away by Rogers. Underneath that, there's Rukavina. And that's harmlessly away for a goal kick to Shelbourne. Benjamin preventing further bloodshed by Jamie Harris. Ivan Karolinic is the manager of Hajduk Split. Middle of that group on the bench. Stuart Byrne. Tsarevic. Healy in the way. Jason Byrne started that. Now it's Fitzpatrick. Jason Byrne has continued the run, fighting Houlihan on, but a good challenge by Filekovic. Ball has stayed in play. Filekovic continues his run. And a flailing arm has taken Healy out of the action. The opportunity here for Blatniak. Blatniak, but cleared away by Jamie Harris, only as far as Tsarevic. Healy has recovered from that smack of the mouth and leads the counter-attack. Challenge brought down by Zilic. Card has come out for the Croatian defender. Tonči Zilic. Well, he did wave his arm at the defender, Healy, but obviously it wasn't as bad as it first appeared. That was Healy scampering up the touchline, winning the free kick and getting a yellow card in the process for Tonči Zilic. There's the offender again. Forward by Harris. Harris again, Fitzpatrick. Well played by Jason Byrne. Byrne's cross. Oh, more at the near post. Well, goalkeeper's furious with the defence, and Alan Moore will know that he could have done better with that. He got himself free at the near post. Scoring away last week, the goal that has made this such a live possibility for Shelbourne. Jason Byrne got away from the challenge, picked him out well. The little flick just went over the goalkeeper. This was great by Jason Byrne. And Hajduk split survive. Rogers, now it's Crawley. Pralia. Looking for Tsarevic. Assistance from Blatniak. Filekovic. Challenged by Moore. Equally good challenge by Houlihan, and he's fouled. Lovely slick footwork by Wes Houlihan. Brought down by Pralia. And Shelbourne have taken the free kick. And it's Jason Byrne again, this time getting no further against Filekovic. Rachi. Free kick against Dave Rogers. Moment to pause for breath after a very bright opening. Repliak. Back it comes to Repliak. Now Blatniak. Nice return. Which in the end led to nothing. Repliak. Challenged by Healy. Fitzpatrick losing that to Repliak. More from the back on split. He's looking for Pralia. Here's the split captain. The deflection has taken it away to the first corner of the game. To bet on these things, it's 14 minutes and 55 seconds in. Forward goes Neretliak. Captain Pralia will take the corner. Williams touching it firmly, barged over by Zilic. Free kick awarded to Shelbourne. Goalkeeper had the ball safely under control when the challenge came in, so free kick it is. Kavina. Sarovic. Neretliak. Ilakovic, Neretliak. Blatniak. Given away to Cal. Lost his footing, lost his balance. Good close control by Sarovic. Run by Blatniak. Here's Blatniak. Williams out to make a fine save. Couldn't quite get there at the second attempt, and it's another corner to Hajduk. Good incisive attack that was, and it took a good stop by the goalkeeper to deny Blatniak. Set free by Palia, the captain. Great run, but Williams saw the danger coming, and the ball squirted away. He was unable to gather it in. It's a corner again to Hajduk split. Wonderful save by Williams. Of course, what Shelbourne don't want to do is concede the away goal to Hajduk. Corner to come. Headed away by Jason Byrne. It's gone to Sarovic. Pralia. Williams able to take command once more. Ilakovic. Last touched the Shelbourne man. In goes Harris. Here he couldn't control the header. Throw in to split. Top team in Croatia, never been out of the Croatian First Division, but Croatian League now not up the standard to get a team into the Champions League straight off. Second qualifying round for them. Point of entry. Shelbourne, of course, came in the first qualifying round and disposed of the Icelandic champions. Geary. Fitzpatrick. Byrne. And now Houlihan. Jason Byrne's on the wing. Fitzpatrick. And again, Neretliak makes a challenge. But the referee isn't happy with tackling from behind. He must be treading a fine line now, the international defender. Not his first offence by any means. Alan Moore to take the free kick. In goes Fitzpatrick. What a save by Kale. Beautifully delivered free kick by Alan Moore. Fitzpatrick did all that he could, but the goalkeeper was superb. Free kick, pinpoint accurate. The header down and low, and the goalkeeper did very well to save it. That's great goalkeeping by Kale. And a corner there first to Shelbourne. Too high for Harris. It's come back out to Rogers. Rogers once more. And that'll roll all the way out for a throw into Shelbourne this time. And Shelbourne with tails up. Fitzpatrick. Still Fitzpatrick. And still he goes on. Fitzpatrick. And pulled behind the front men. Ollie Cahill's coming to try and retrieve it. Cahill's cross. Whistle's gone for a handball against Shelbourne. And a moment of relief for Hajduk split as Shelbourne enjoyed their best spell. Sustained attack. A great play here by Glenn Fitzpatrick to get away from two of them. But sadly the pass he pulled behind the front men, though in fairness to him, they were rather too far forward. It needed one to be hanging back in the box to take advantage, because that's where the space was. And that's what Fitzpatrick knew. Žilić. Neretliak. Christian header and a chance here. Rachi bringing the bench to its feet. Shelbourne were caught. And Ratchke might well have done better than this. A free shot. But too high. It's away by Vizic. Here he did well. Crawley. Retviak. Peary. Smart turn by Alan Moore. And Moore going to have a go. And another fine save from Cali. Brimful of confidence, Alan Moore. And a superb effort. Nice turn. Smart step away, and then a shot that was heading for the top corner until Cali intervened and conceded Shelbourne's second corner. Jason Byrne in the thick of things. Moore will take the corner. What a beautiful striker of a dead ball he is. Burns corner. Here's Cahill. Away by Retlak. Houlihan in space. Houlihan looking for Fitzpatrick and Harris. Cali there with a fist. Ralliard back by Stuart Byrne. That was Rogers, and Jason Byrne can't keep it in play. Fitzpatrick. Retlak. Žilić. Ratchke putting pressure on Rogers. Cahill has kept it in play. Crawley. Only man up is Fitzpatrick, beaten by Neretlia. But now here's Moore. Back for Crawley. Challenge again from behind. Žilić. The guilty party, Alan Moore brought down. Moore, of course, an international, once of Middlesbrough. Also with Burnley, now here for this season with Shelbourne, and pivotal influence. Goals against both oppositions so far. Can't be stressed too much how important his last minute second was. And there's his free kick, which Stuart Byrne headed, but straight at the goalkeeper. after that. Blatniak. Moore has won it back again. Nice turn. Moore chased back by Palia. Moore still. Strengthen the run to take him away from the Hajduk player as well. Blatniak. Cut out by Harris. Straight to Palia. Helped on by Salovic. And Rodgers was taking no chances and concedes the corner. Well, they still have the upper hand on aggregate. And an away goal would certainly be very handy for them. With 2 between them and Shelbourne. Cal defends the corner. Blatniak. Slukavina. Still, Blatniak, got a little too intricate there. Rodgers, Jason Byrne, Stuart Byrne, Rodgers, it's Stuart Byrne and Jason Byrne again. Houlihan, on for Cahill. Overlap from Crawley. Crawley finds Moore. Moore couldn't bring it under control. He's left his leg there. Concedes the free kick. Free kick to Hajduk split. Good breakout, but ended sadly for Shelbourne. Ralia. And another challenge by Moore brings a free kick. Gavina. Ilakovic. Left. Ilakovic retrieved, but throw into Shelbourne is the outcome. Owen here he penalised. And there's a one for Blatniak. Ilakovic. Won by Dave Rodgers. Ollie Cal. Crawley. Rodgers. That's Harris. Crawley. Crawley again, dug it out well. Stuart Byrne. Houlihan on for Heary. Here's Heary. Gravity made the challenge. Crawley cushions the header for Alan Moore, and back it comes to Crawley. Now Stuart Byrne. Harris. Houlihan. It's Moore. And the left back got in the way. Here he is again. Took on Healy it successfully. Crawley made Williams scamper a bit, but the sensible thing to do, keep it away from in front of goal. And Crawley on the ball again to try and instigate a Shelbourne attack. Houlihan. Jason Byrne. Now to find Fitzpatrick. And that black succeeded in winning it back. Shakovic. Ratsky. Well stopped by Crawley. Houlihan losing out. Harris to the rescue, forward towards Fitzpatrick. Advantage played, it was a foul. Shelbourne have the possession. Jason Byrne. Switching the point of the attack. Meant for Ollie Cahill. Rogers. For Jason Byrne. Off goes Healy in the overlap. Beautiful ball by Jason Byrne. Moore is in the middle. Carley makes another save. A great build-up by Shelbourne. A superb ball for Byrne to pick out the overlapping Healy. And a really fine cross that Carley had to look good at. And interesting that it was Moore who got himself into the challenging position there to try and make the header. But the goalkeeper has rescued Hajduk split on 3 occasions. What a fine attack. And a great ball in from Healy. Goalkeeper read well. And for Shelbourne throw. Support at Talca Park. Here's Stuart Byrne to try and put a little colour on the scoreboard from Shelbourne's point of view. Challenged by Harris was a foul. And let us not forget that as it stands at the moment, it is Hajduk Split who have the advantage. 3 goals to 2, the winning margin in Split. Three goals to 2 is the aggregate. Miretlak. Filekovic. Houlihan see it back to Williams. Crawley once more getting in first. He's having a fine game at left back. And that little touch there shows that he's oozing confidence at the moment. Houlihan, Cahill. And on for Healy. Good combinations by Shelbourne. Jason Byrne. Filekovic made the challenge. Forward by Healy. It's Miretlak. He's going to be the death of me tonight, that fella, and he sees so much of the ball. Fitzpatrick. It's won back with ease by Vejic. Fitzpatrick is still on the ground, but Shelbourne at the ball. It's Houlihan. On for Cahill and put out of play in the end by Gilic, and attention can come on for Glenn Fitzpatrick. So treatment for Glenn Fitzpatrick and a little loosener for the Shelbourne substitutes. We don't want to lose Fitzpatrick. Ian Collins, former manager of St. Patrick's Athletic, and now the assistant to Pat Fenlon here. Words of instruction and advice for Stuart Byrne. Glenn Fitzpatrick will have to leave the pitch. Jason Byrne has been having the latest of the Collins wisdom. Fitzpatrick will resume as soon as the referee gives the signal. No Shelbourne man in a position to threaten there. Ilekovic. That was more, but no one far enough forward. Just 8 minutes to the break. Shelbourne 0, Hajduk split 0 on the night. 3-2 to the Croatian champions on aggregate. Gavina, Thierry, Moore, danger, Halia. Comfortably dealt with by Williams in the end. Crawley. Once more for here. Jason Byrne. And left back. Latniak. One back by Stuart Byrne. Crawley. Cahill. Good turn. Pulled back by Shuto. Crawley. Strength took him away from Gilic. In the end, it's Deretriak who came to the rescue. Crawley getting forward and adding a bit of extra width for Shelbourne. Fitzpatrick, Cahill. Jason Byrne just couldn't bring it under control. Ilekovic. Rachki has lost it. Moore, Byrne, Peary, Stuart Byrne again, Houlihan, just did enough. Pralia, Latniak, on for Ilekovic. Ilekovic sending it where there was no man in white and blue. And here goes Cahill again. Head down running style to take him away from the defender. At the end, ran out of options. Pralia. It's a great ball. And a clever idea from Rachki. Saw Williams off his line, tried to lob the little header over the Shelbourne goalkeeper. Rogers. As the 40-minute mark has passed. One back by Cahill. Ratniak. Pralia. Chalovic. This time, Carl's challenge is a foul. Pralia been brought down. Ollie Cahill doesn't believe it, but the referee's decision. Means a free kick to Hajduk Split. That was the free kick. Cause of it. And this is the free kick itself. Shelbourne not far enough back. Wait for the whistles of the referee. So now, high driver that wasn't from Vejic. Pralia, stopped by Stuart Byrne. Vejic, Neretviak, and out of play. Jason Byrne's layoff, but Neretviak saw the danger. Swiftly in, and equally alert. Dave Rogers, assistance from Stuart Byrne. Fitzpatrick, Houlihan, and now Crawley. Houlihan. Byrne caught in the challenge there. Harris seeking Cahill. Put out of play by Shuto. Throw in to Shelbourne. Moore couldn't quite bring it under control. Crawley's challenge. Shuto stayed down. Game goes on. Crawley's cross. That was close enough to creeping under the bar, but the goalkeeper had it covered. Shuto, the defender, is still on the ground after this challenge. Crawley came off the better, and the Croatian has been rolling around on the deck ever since that moment. Crawley's lob, it was I think always going over the top. The keeper had it covered, but nonetheless moving in the right direction for Shelbourne. And surprise, surprise, Shuto is back on his feet since he didn't get his free kick, and what appeared to be a life-threatening injury is nothing worse than a bang on the ankle. No whistle there. Žilić, Blatniak, Žilić, poor ball, easily cut out by Jason Byrne, but an equally poor ball from him, straight at Neretviak. Žilić. Harris steps in. Cahill, Harris. Captain Valia. 2 minutes to be added. Shelbourne still seek a breakthrough that will put them in front of the tie. Cahill, Crawley, That's Houlihan. Jason Byrne. Stuart Byrne. Now Jason Byrne again. Rogers. Cow. Crawley just lost his footing at the crucial moment. The push by Fitzpatrick. Free kick to Hajduk split. One of the minutes of being added is passed into the second minute of added time. Pat Fenlon there, the Shelbourne manager, one wonders, might he consider a more central role for Jason Byrne in the second half? He's been out there on that right-hand touchline throughout the first half. Shelbourne persist with what is effectively a 4-5-1 and maybe a 4-4-2 at home when they need to score. Might be more appropriate. For now, the mission is to get to half-time without conceding anything to Hajduk, who are happy enough themselves to keep the ball in the back four without seeking another opening, knowing that half-time is almost upon us. Jilic. The whistle from the Russian referee to conclude the first half, in which Shelbourne have sparkled, and certainly on chances they've had the better of things. Steve Williams did have to make a smart save during that first half, but at the other end it's been Rukavina who's been the rather busier, and Jason Byrne out there on the right for Shelbourne, probing for openings and creating a few. The best chance perhaps the long-range shot from Alan Moore that was saved by the goalkeeper. Shelbourne denied 3 times by goalkeeper Cali, but at half-time they have to be happy with a scoreline that reads 0-0. On aggregate they remain 3-2 behind, but with 2 away goals to their advantage. And we're all set for the second half. Thank you very much. Second half we'll have Hajduk split starting the match, and unless you're in any way confused by what's going on here, well, 3-2 Hajduk lead, and if it stays 0-0 the aggregate remains 3-2. Hajduk go through, but if Shelbourne should score and win this match, there are 2 away goals, unless it becomes very high scoring, will be sufficient to see them through to the 3rd qualifying round of the Champions League. The referee from Russia, Stanislav Shukina, sets the second half in motion. Shelbourne playing left to right. Heary up and Houlihan, and all the way across to David Crawley. Cahill. Crawley looking for Fitzpatrick, but out of play by Jilic. Throw to Shelbourne. Fitzpatrick held it up well. Rogers. It's Cahill. Support from Crawley. Stuart Byrne. Rogers. Fitzpatrick. And recovered well. Stuart Byrne. Houlihan. Byrne. And you can see what Hajduk are up to. They don't want to give them any opportunity to find a way through. They'll happily let them play across the front all night. But now an opportunity. Cahill at the cross was stopped by Jilic, and it's the first corner of the second half to Shelbourne. Alan Moore will take it. Jason Byrne going up, helped away by Shuto. Now it's Crawley for Moore. Stayed out in that wing after the corner. Crawley. Fitzpatrick will chase. Jilic is there. Jilic's header goes straight to Moore, but Fitzpatrick was offside. free kick to Hajduk Split. Well, I'm sure there will have been words in the dressing room and in the Shelbourne dressing room at half-time about what's required, and I'd say Pat Fenlon has stressed the need for patience. Still 45 minutes at the start of the second half. Still plenty of time for Shelbourne, who need just the one goal. Houlihan was fouled. Free kick. Crawley. The pass was rather telegraphed. And here's Rogers. Cahill chases. Cahill denied by Gilic. Shuto gets it away. There's Rogers' header. Pat Fenlon, it's out of his hands now. The push was by Ratchke. Houlihan. Now Cahill. Take on Shuto. It's Cahill still. Cahill's cross to the back to Jason Byrne. It's a little high for him. Byrne seeks support and gets it from Owen Heary. Jamie Harris all the way across to Crawley. And Shelbourne doing well to retain the possession, even if they are finding it hard to find a way through it. Maybe Cahill is a useful option down that left-hand side. Jason Byrne. Houlihan. Fitzpatrick lost out to Gilic. Hajduk can counter. Bladniak. And here he comes to take it off his toe. Rogers and Houlihan. Cahill. Byrne. Crawley. It's Moore. Stepped away from the challenge of Gilic. Return pass from Cahill. Moore. Couldn't deliver the cross. Representatives of the Croatian community, an ambassador in Dublin in attendance the visit of Hajduk Split, and seeing them maintain their position and on top in this tie. 3-2 on aggregate, no goals on the night. 5 minutes of the second half gone. Rukavina. Rogers appeals, but the referee's decision is a corner to Hajduk. It's been left for Valia. The corner is headed away by Ollie Cahill. Houlihan helps it on. Sadovic. Throw will do. Rogers cutting it out. Houlihan. Crawley. Hajduk. And back it goes to Kali, who hasn't been pressed into service in the second half yet. 3 fine saves in the first. Serovic. Neretviak. No one there for Hajduk. David Crawley. Stuart Burns' pass too firmly hit has given the possession away. The ragged edge that coaches try to eradicate, reduce the margin for error, and they won't be happy with that. Ratchke, Latniak, and they didn't get on the same wavelength at all there. Goal kick to Shelbourne. Jason Byrne still toiling on this right-hand touchline, without having the desired effect as yet. It's Houlihan. In the end, Filekovic takes control. Firm challenge by Heary. And then it was Ollie Cahill who won it back. Rogers, Byrne. Houlihan. Nice turn by Tsarevic. On for Blatniak. The boos continue for the player for something he did in the first half. Met with the disapproval of the Shelbourne support. Fitzpatrick being impeded, free kick to Shelbourne. A little bit of pulling and hauling there, and then it was followed by a little bit of an altercation between Houlihan and Vijic. And after the handshake, there could be a change on the Hajduk team, and they're withdrawing Ratchke. And he's been replaced after just 55 minutes of the contest. In his place, Mate Bagicevic. Won't really change the substance of the Hajduk split team, that substitution. Swapping like for like. Jason Byrne won it, but the ball has gone out of play. Houlihan, Byrne, Fitzpatrick tried to play it into the path of Moore, but back to cover came Palia. Vejic. Gavina. The left back. Cut out by Rogers, then it's Heary. Glenn Fitzpatrick's had a frustrating evening, toiling alone through the middle. Bilekovic's throw. Sadovic. Vejic. Shuto dispossessed. Alia. And back in the back four with Rukavina. Redlak. Harris's head. Moore. Houlihan. Got the lucky rebound. And on it goes for Cahill. Fitzpatrick through the middle. Jason Byrne is heading for goal as well. Oh, Cali! Almost caught by Cahill. That was great play by Ollie Cahill. And it brought Shelbourne a corner. Fabulous attempt by Ollie Cahill, who saw the goalkeeper up his line. And you might have expected a cross. That was going for goal, and the goalkeeper did very well. Fourth big save from Cali to keep out Shelbourne. Corner coming from Alan Moore. Well defended. Shuto now. Crawley. Crawley's kept it in, but only to the advantage of Balia. Harris. All the way through to Cali, who's been the hero for Hajduk Split on this evening. It's past the hour and still scoreless on the night. 3-2 to Hajduk Split it remains on aggregate. Filipovic. And he fouled Owen Heary. Houlihan quickly on with it. Another foul. This time it's by Neretliak. Big physical defence that Hajduk Split have. Stuart Byrne will take the free kick. Retriak away, on by Blatniak. Now it's Heary, challenged by Dragicevic. That's gone on to Rogers, who's not normally in that kind of position. And again, it's Cali looking very spectacular, but clutching safely. Fitzpatrick was behind him. Not where Dave Rogers is normally expected to be. The goalkeeper made it his. Having an inspired evening for Hajduk Split. Blatniak. Nobody up there in support of the attack. Byrne. Moore. And here he's in to intercept. Out for the throw to Shelbourne. Pushed off it by Sarovic. A free kick to come from Stuart Byrne. Played forward from Moore. Byrne. Moore again. The challenge by Filekovic was successful. And equally successful was Owen Heary's intervention. I wouldn't be surprised if Hajduk were taking their time over things. Meanwhile, tussle between Heary and Blatniak, who's already earned the displeasure of the crowd by the way he dealt with the Shelbourne challenge in the first half. Now the throw in. And still the tussle goes on. On that side of Vejic. Shelbourne throw. Fitzpatrick. Jason Bird. David Crawley. Too high for Byrne, away by Filekovic. Offside flags up again. Came from an offside position to join in the attack. Free kick to Hajduk Split. The renowned nursery for Croatian talent over the years. Famous internationals who played for them: Alan Boksic, Asanovic, Derby County once, Stimac, Bilic, Jarni, and Rapajic, who was part of the Croatian squad in the Euro 2004 championship, but no longer, of course, with Hajduk Split. Heary. Filekovic. And away for the throw to Split. Little touch there from Heary, helps Harris to get it away. Back once more by Nerevliak. Rukavina taking it under control. Nerevliak. Throw once more to Hajduk. That was Cahill. The other number 7, Vejic. Cahill's won it back again. Lovely balance, hasn't he? There's the support from Jason Byrne. Cahill continues a run up the wing. Byrne goes instead for Fitzpatrick. Cahill's come, and the goalkeeper is in inspired form. Takes command again, and Shuto heads off the Hajduk right. It's Rogers, and then it's Moore who gets it away. And Rukavina misplaces the pass. Well retrieved. And back with the goalkeeper, Kali, the star for Hajduk Split. A little bit of pulling by Draginovic. Dragicevic denied there by Harris. And the ball has gone for a throw to Hajduk. Midway through the second half. Still Shelbourne 0, Hajduk split 0, which means 3-2 on aggregate to the Croatian champions. And as it stands, it will be they who will be heading for Spain next week to meet Deportivo La Coruña in the third round. There's a chance. Vijic. If he got that right, Williams would have a difficulty. As it is, it's another goal kick for Shelbourne's goalkeeper. Just a loose header by Stuart Byrne, and Vijic was there to pounce upon it. Erie, Jason Byrne, Houlihan, stopped by Filikovic. Throw for Fitzpatrick, whose first touch this evening hasn't been the greatest. This has been a bit of a problem for Shelbourne because he's their only target man. And if the balls are bouncing off him, it's difficult to turn defence into meaningful attack when you play it up. You need your sole striker to be able to hold it. Shelbourne solved that little problem well and can counter-attack. Moore, Crawley, Rogers. Fitzpatrick, Jason Byrne, Rukavina getting it away. Throw into Shelbourne. Cross from Crawley. And that's come out to Stuart Byrne. Disappointed with that effort. Never got over it. Sent it high over the crossbar. Katalinic, the manager, showing no outward signs that he's in any way concerned, while Eamon Collins is very vocal. And Pat Fenlon, but obviously feeling that there's a degree of time wasting going on here. Harris defending there. Ball goes down, no free kick. Harris stepping in again. That's Cal. And brought down, that's going to mean a card. Yellow card for Sarevic. Second yellow for the Croatian champions, and a substitution about to be made by Shelbourne. And that's what the yellow card was for, the foul on Pat Fenlon. Well, it'd be Ger McCarthy who's coming on, but not just yet. Free kick taken by Rogers. Harris beaten to it, ball's gone out, throw into Shelbourne. And the crowd gets the dander up. An opportunity here for Shelbourne to put some pressure on. Ger McCarthy being ready for the action. It's Glenn Fitzpatrick who's making way. He took a heavy knock in the first half, and perhaps that's impeded his movement through the second. But anyway, he's gone. Now Ger McCarthy joined Shels last season from St. Patrick's Athletic comes on to lead their attack. Throw from Healy. Healy's cross. Oh! And the goalkeeper is fouled by McCarthy in his first involvement, which could just as easily have been an attack on goal by Jerry McCarthy. But he went for the ball and collided with the goalkeeper. Referee saw it as a foul. And it's not a decision that's popular here in Drumcondra. Virko Kali, who's been the star man for Hajduk split. It was McCarthy just on as a replacement for Fitzpatrick, who went in to challenge him. Really have to say there's nothing much wrong with that challenge. The goalkeeper under pressure and didn't collect, looking for the free kick. But of course, in this day and age, you can't touch a goalkeeper, and even though McCarthy was going for the ball, the goalkeeper touched him, and the free kick went in favour of the goalkeeper. All part of the act. And that's the Shelbourne double act. There's just over 15 minutes remain for them to see their team nudge in front on the night, which would be sufficient if it turned into a final scoreline to see them through to the next round. Rogers forward. McCarthy beaten there by Zilic. Shuto. Rogers against Blatniak. And that's intercepted by Pralia. Cahill and Jason Byrne rather getting in Cahill's position to take over. Stuart Byrne leaving it for Williams. And Moore was fouled. Stuart Byrne takes the free kick quickly. It's Houlihan looking for McCarthy and Moore, and this time your goalkeeper comes off the best. And it was Moore who ended up the principal. Just there, collision with Zilic. Leaves both of them requiring attention. Both went for the ball. Goalkeeper collided. Much indeed as McCarthy had collided with, as he had collided with McCarthy. On that occasion, he got a free kick out of it. Well, the stretcher bearers arrived, but I don't think Alan Moore will be in need of them, nor indeed Tonci Cilic. But they will both have to leave the pitch. Bang of the head. Douse of cold water will solve the problem. Well, they'll roar them on towards the finishing line, but the sands of time are trickling away. And it's the Hajduk fans who are the happier. Croatia's top team still in pole position in this tie. Houlihan with the free kick, looking for McCarthy. Come down for Jason Byrne. Well, they got a corner out of it. Quick thinking by Houlihan to take the free kick. Jason Byrne at the shot was deflected away. And now it's a corner to Shelbourne, and Moore back on the pitch will take it. Not very convincing defending there by Neretrak, which gave Byrne the chance, and he did get back at him though to get the little touch on that's led to this corner. Taken by Moore. Cowley with a fist this time. Cal, Moore, Come down for Rodgers. Oh, what a goal! What a fabulous goal! Dave Rodgers puts Shelbourne in front of the tie. Well, that could be priceless. Caught it absolutely on the meat. Back of the net before the goalkeeper knew about it. 78th minute. And Dave Rodgers puts Shelbourne in front. Defender always under pressure there, and a terrific strike by the Scouser. Defender couldn't get it away, and Rodgers on the volley from 20 yards. A magnificent finish, and Shelbourne lead the Croatian champions by the away goals. 1-0 on the night, 3-3 on aggregate, but the 2 goals last week in Split mean that Shelbourne are now in front in the tie. What a great goal that was. And there may have been happy faces among the Croatian fans, but they're not so happy now. An absolutely terrific goal by Dave Rodgers, and Pat Fenlon's team are now in front. And the chant goes up of Shelbourne, Shelbourne, Shelbourne. And what a way to take the lead. One moment of magic from Dave Rodgers. Shelbourne hit the front. Doesn't score too many, but that one could be the one that sends Shels on their way to Spain next week, and it works wonders for the Aircom League in terms of Europe. Now, Jilic had Hajduk the means to come back. They came back from 1-0 down at home last week, went 3-1 up, and then conceded the late goal to Alan Moore, which meant that only one would be required by Shelbourne to win the match. Cahill gets it away. But a goal of real quality, a finish of real quality. And Rukavina, the central defender, is being sacrificed now. Hajduk Split make a second substitution. He departs. And they've made a switch by including Mirza Mesic, who will add some more presence to their attack. Shelbourne must not concede now, and they're living on the edge. Eamon Collins frantically waving them forward. Get out of the danger area, keep Hajduk up the other end. 9 minutes to go, and another change will be made by Hajduk Split. Not yet, though. Forward they go once more. It's Harris to head it away. Houlihan. Retliak. Pralia. And what Shelbourne have to do now is keep their heads and keep Hajduk in front of them. Jilic. Oh, danger here. Williams goes down, and he's made the save. The substitute Mesic causing the problem The defence seemed to be flat-footed, but Stevie Williams got down there and just managed to gather it in. But that was certainly living on the edge from Shelbourne. Now the change, withdrawing Shuto, the right wing back, and sending on Damjanovic for the final 7 minutes of the contest. 3 changes for Hajduk split. Byrne gets it away. Anywhere will do. We can expect a rearguard action now from Shelbourne for the remainder of this match. Hajduk just need to equalise to nudge it front again, and it would be they in the 3rd qualifying round. Hajduk split, one of the famous names of Europe, though the most they've achieved in terms of Champions League was in 1995 when they were eliminated from the group by Ajax, who went on to win it that season, 94-95. But they know what it's like to be in the group stage of the Champions League, something no Irish team has achieved. Throw into Hajduk split. Well, they're showing urgency now that they didn't show quite so much earlier on. But Shelbourne have got a free kick. Now, how does the clock look? Coming up to 5 minutes to go. Stevie Williams takes the free kick. Hajduk underneath it. McCarthy claims it. Shelbourne get it. So while they may never have got further than the semi-final of the UEFA Cup back in the year that Tottenham won it, in the early 80s, 20 years ago, Hajduk split is still a name with some resonance on the continent, and were they to be eliminated by the Irish champions, there'd be some shock registered. Jim Crawford comes on to replace Wes Hoolahan. Crawford, with experience in England, with Newcastle and with Reading, Bohemians here too, but is an old campaigner for the last 5 minutes. And a sensible substitution. Crawford makes his entrance. Now 31, approaching veteran status, with just the kind of head to have around in a situation like this. That was Crawford. Jason Byrne won't catch that, but nonetheless, it took the pressure off. Oh, this, if Shelbourne can manage it, will count as an upset, all right. They had to play through the 1st qualifying round. Hajduk didn't. This is where they entered the competition, the 2nd qualifying round of the Champions League. And there has never been an Irish club in the 3rd qualifying round since the Champions League took on its present form. It's not for the first time in the match Jamie Harris is in the wars. I don't want to stretch this. He ought to be back on his feet. He'll have to leave the pitch, all right, but sure wasn't going to be carried off. Here's the goal again. The defence stretching. Dave Rogers, 1st of the season. What a time to choose to do it. Great goal. One of the most popular players at this club. The Liverpool man has put Shelbourne in front. Throw to split. Jason Byrne attempting to capitalise and make something out of nothing. That's Heary in there to defend. And it goes to Filekovic. Williams had to stand firm. Anxious faces. There might yet be another big European night at Tolka Park. In fact, if they win this, there'll be 2 big European nights at least, because there's a guaranteed minimum of a place in the opening round of the UEFA Cup for those who depart the 3rd qualifying round of the Champions League. So what they're playing for tonight is not just a match against La Coruña next week, but a guaranteed further match in the European competition, even if they don't make it into the Champions League. Dave Rogers heads away. Goal scorer back doing what he does best. Minute and a half to go. Shelbourne 1, Hajduk split 0. That aggregate of 3-3 is in Shelbourne's favour because of the 2 goals they scored in Croatia last week. The head of Damjanovic and Mesic not sufficient to dislodge Shelbourne. Disappointment now among the Croatian with the Bauron. And we came to Dublin expecting, I'm sure, to progress, but Shelbourne's never say die attitude, which produced a last-minute second goal from Alan Moore to keep the tie within reach, and they come home 3-1 down. Be a huge mountain to climb, but with just 1 goal in it, there was always the chance that they would make it through, and they're going to make 1 more substitution. Joseph Ndo, former Cameroon international, is going to come on for the final minute plus stoppage time of this match in place of Jason Byrne, whose influence in this game may not have been as dramatic as his status as top scorer in the Aircom League might have suggested, but nonetheless an ever popular campaigner, and he's done his stuff out of the right wing. And for the stoppage time now, Ndo will work that position for Shelbourne. 4 minutes is what we'll be adding. There are 4 minutes for Shelbourne to hang on. But in all honesty, on the evidence of the 90 that have gone before, there's been no hanging on from Shelbourne. They've had the lion's share of the chances. The 4 fabulous saves from Kali, the split goalkeeper. Against that, just 2 required at the other end from Stevie Williams. And it's now Hajduk who try to put on the pressure. And the defender, Neretlak, up with the attack. Everybody forward, but Shelbourne will send people forward too. Try to keep the ball as far as possible away from their goal. Stuart Burns sending that one out of the danger zone. There's just 3 minutes now of the stoppage time remaining. Filekovic takes the throw. And Byrne commits the foul, bringing down Sadovic. Arms around him and a rugby tackle to end the move. And now something serious for Shelbourne to defend. Just over 2.5 minutes of the stoppage time remain. Shelbourne at this point are in front of the tie. Sadovic with the free kick. Didn't get a clean header on it. And Neretlak couldn't stretch far enough to turn it back in front of the goal. And that moment of anxiety passes for Shelbourne. But at Tolka Park, it's edge-of-the-seat stuff now. It's fantastic support for Shelbourne as they stand on the brink of history. Pat Fenlon, wide-eyed and breathless. On edge. 2 minutes to go. A foul by Filekovic on Ndo, who got that rather well. Backed into his man. Invited the challenge. The challenge came. The free kick's been awarded. And it's Shelbourne who can take up some time. Well, it's been a wonderful evening in Tolka Park, and if they can hang on to this scoreline, well, the celebration begin in earnest. Shelbourne would have made history as the first Irish team into the 3rd qualifying round of the Champions League. The brave move on the part of the League of Ireland, the Eircom League now, to start with summer football, to try and create situations like this. And they're there! Drop! Alan Moore has sealed it. Shelbourne have made history. There's no way back now for Hajduk Split. And Alan Moore continues his remarkable record of achievement in scoring yet again his third goal in this season's Champions League. The flares go up over Tolka. Alan Moore, whose late goal in Split last week set up the possibility of what's happening now, has sealed it for Shelbourne after stunning work by Joseph Undo. Split concentrating on trying to equalise and wrest back the tie, have conceded a second and are as good as out of the Champions League. And this is a big result for the Eircom League, a big result for Shelbourne. And the Eircom League, which bravely moved its season to the summer to have its teams fit and ready, has made its point, because Shelbourne, halfway through the Eircom League season, on top of that league, are in top form. Hajduk Split have played 2 games in the Croatian League, and with a draw and a defeat behind them, were hardly in the right frame of mind to damage Shelbourne here. And full credit to Shelbourne for a monumental performance. And that scoreline in no way is an injustice to Hajduk Split. 2-0 in the night, final whistle. Shelbourne are in the 3rd round of the Champions League qualifying competition. No League of Ireland team has ever been there before. And the 2-0 victory is fully justified. And Drumcondra will celebrate long and hard tonight, safe in the knowledge that Europe is a long way from being over in this part of Dublin for this season. There's the match next week in Spain against Deportivo La Coruña, last season's beaten semi-finalists. There's the second leg of that here in Tolka Park a fortnight later. And then, if they win, it's the group stage of the Champions League. If they're eliminated, they're still in the UEFA Cup. 2 more European ties at minimum to come for Shelbourne this season. But what about this from the former Cameroon international, Undo, who exposed the holes that had been left by Hajduk Split, and Alan Moore, whose goal in Split last week set up the possibility that Shelbourne could progress. Ices the cake in the grand style, and Shelbourne have knocked out one of the European names, have knocked out the champions of Croatia. It's Shelbourne FC who do the league in Ireland proud, who do the game in Ireland proud, and who move on to meet Deportivo La Coruña in the 3rd qualifying round of the UEFA Champions League. They go where no team has ever gone before from this league. Shelbourne have achieved the victory. Hajduk Split, 1-time UEFA Cup semi-finalists, are consigned to the dustbin of the 2004-2005 season in Europe. Well might they celebrate. It's a terrific achievement. Shelbourne have done it. Goals in the second half from John Rogers, his first, and then from Alan Moore, his 3rd in this competition. And dejection on the shores of the Adriatic as Hajduk Split, Croatia's top team, are eliminated from the Champions League by the champions of Ireland, Shelbourne. The final score in Tolka Park, Shelbourne 2, Hajduk Split 0, an aggregate victory, no questions asked. Shelbourne 4, Hajduk Split 3.